Okay, so it is Saturday, and some stuff has changed. Well, the market was always changing, but as you can see, this is how my portfolio is doing today. Where I was super up yesterday, it was about $90, $92 in this one NXT cryptocurrency, and as you can see today, it's down 14 points, so it's down a little bit. In general, I mean, this number will jump around to, I'll wake up, maybe it'll be at about 320, and then, before I go to sleep, maybe around like 360, 380, and then it'll bump up from there. So next day I'll wake up and it'll be at 330. So the minimum it'll reach will have gone up by $10. So, but yeah. Anyways, from where we left off yesterday. So cryptocurrency is this big sort of revolutionary change for the financial industry, and it's coming in full force now. Besides just the market side here, which is where people are trading these commodities, they also have to sort of be generated, and something needs to sort of back up that sort of a system. So I mean, you figure MasterCard and Visa and all that type of stuff, they've got millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of servers and hardware to be able to process their users' transactions and stuff like that. Billions and billions and billions of terabytes of data being sent around on a daily basis. And the way that cryptocurrency operates is different. Like I said before, if you remember, I said it was sort of a method that uses cloud computing as opposed to having a very large amount of or a very large server with a high amount of space on it for you to collect your data in one spot. This is dispersed not only on my computer but every other person who is a miner. Now, what is mining? Exactly like I said, mining is me processing Bitcoin transactions, Ethereum transactions, Litecoin transactions, any transactions. That's what mining is. A mineable coin is something that the public generates via the public has more control over the demand. It's less artificially controlled. So anyways, let me see if I can pull up my miner. Let's see. Well, hold on. So this is a mining community. Unfortunately, like I said yesterday, they were hacked. They did verify the amount of Bitcoin that was taken. It was about $62 million. Really sucks, but they'll be back up soon. There's basically, I mean, anyone can connect to this website, right? You can connect to it right now. Anyone can connect to it. And what this does is it uses your computer's hardware, and by using your computer's hardware, what it does is it processes those transactions for Bitcoin. Now, based on how many of those transactions you process, you get paid a Bitcoin. So it's self-propagating in itself. So there's more than one way to go about it, though, since mining has it's sort of exploded. Actually, it's made computer parts that were once available to people with a lower budget completely out of reach. I mean, to the tune of me buying a new graphics card for my computer at a manufacturer retail price of like $250, which is was going great, there's nothing unusual about that price, to mining becoming a big fad, and probably within the course of a week, my graphics card had gone from $250 after tax to close to $650 before tax. It's called GPU mining. Anyways, but this nice hash, what this is here, when you're mining cryptocurrency, or what, for example, when you're trying to earn cryptocurrency without having to buy it, so through mining it, it's a competition. So I'm a small guy, right? I just have my computer, and I generate maybe $5 to $10 in Bitcoin a day, just based on the very small system I have here. However, the big guys who are out there, they have thousands and thousands of computers, just walls lined with computers that are doing this. And the thing is I, as a small guy, am competing with them to try and get those transactions. Now, more often than not, the small guy doesn't get those transactions because the big guys have the bigger computers, the hardware to back up the service. So what small guys like myself do is we've come out with it. Well, not we, but I've adopted this new system where there's a lot of people out there who aren't tech savvy but want to mine. They don't know shit all about computers, but they want to earn some Bitcoin through one. So what this website NiceHash does is it offers my computer. So say, for example, you wanted to mine. You could go to this website, pay them by whatever, the gigabyte or whatever. I'm just going to use a more common metric there. It's hashes, terahashes would be it. So you pay $200 per terahash or something like that. I get paid those fees. So instead of me going and trying to compete with the big guy, which is going to be not very fruitful in the end, mainly for competition reasons, I go here and I get paid service fees for other people wanting to mine those coins. So I'd rather make more money off of the demand that other people have for this coin than try and hoard the coin myself and compete with everybody else who's out there. So what it is instead of one small guy, this is a union of 100,000 small guys that compete with the big guy, in which case together we can earn Bitcoin with our combined power. Whereas if we didn't combine it, we would probably get nothing. So that's mining. There's many different types of hardware for mining. I mean, the most common is graphics card mining or GPU mining. There's a few other alternatives as well. ASIC mining is one that's very expensive. All of these things cost a tremendous amount of power, and I mean, you've probably seen on Facebook and on YouTube or wherever people saying that Bitcoin users generate or consume as much power as like Nigeria or something like that, which, mind you, is probably true, but that's sort of what keeps this from becoming like bigger than it actually is right now, especially in Canada when you're paying close to 15 cents on peak hour. No, I think, sorry, it's like 18 cents or something like that on peak hour per kilowatt. You can't make any money that way. Like, yeah. So I mean, but I don't pay hydro. Anyways, but yeah. So that is cryptocurrency mining. I could try and show you some other stuff. Let's see here. Let me just add a window here. I'll open up my wallet and I'll show you my, like, where you would keep your cryptocurrency if you had any. Alright. Bear with me. Okay. behave. That's too bad. Anyways, get rid of that. So there's a few other things that you could also look at as well in the meantime. Okay, so go to Cryptocurrency Collectors Club. This one right here. Should you want to join it, let me know. It's a closed community. It used to be open. They get a lot of fucking idiots in there though that just are posting the dumbest crap. You know, people wanting to not do their own research, not do their own learning, and it's fucking annoying when you're trying to have a civil conversation with people already at that level. So. Although rest assured, I mean, if you're just observing, I mean, they're not. It's not a den of sharks. These people aren't that mean, but there's a lot to be learned from what's going on from this type of a community here. Some of them even charge money, which this one hasn't been, but hopefully it stays that way. Anyways, I think that's not bad for mining. Let's see if I can find a better example. Once Nice Hash gets up, I'll be able to physically show you what mining looks like and the average payouts that one could expect with a rig that I have, which costs about $800. It's not that expensive. It usually pays itself off within a couple months. So yeah, well, I will not screwing around. I will I will keep the videos coming. Probably be daily at this point, but instead of just sending you messages through Facebook, I'm just going to or I'll just send them through Facebook unlisted, actually, until because it's not something I want to make public just yet. So all right, enjoy, and see you around.